I'm from President University, majoring in International Business 2015. My name is Tan.
And my name is Iman. We are from Group 10 of Introduction to International Economics.
So, Poject, what are we going to do today?
Okay, so basically today we're going to discuss and also presenting to you the topic of the political economic of trade policy and also the trade policy in the developing country. So, are you ready, honey?
Yeah. Okay, let's start.
Let's do it.
Free trade is very important to every nation. The free trade is important in order to make the nations develop. So that's why, because of the free trade, a nation needs a trade policy in order to protect their local product from outside. So what is trade policy? Trade policy is laws related to the exchange of goods or services involved in international trade, including taxes, subsidies, import or export regulations. Developing countries attempt to accelerate their development by delimiting imports of manufactured goods in order to foster a manufacturing sector serving the domestic market. Some of the government in developing countries are influenced by many arguments that appear because of the policy, and this one is the most popular among the arguments, that is infant industry argument. Industry argument said that actually developing country can compete with the developed country, but because they don't have a toehold, they cannot compete easily with the developed country. Because of that, I think government should to provide the toehold for them so they can compete easily with the big company like Japan, Russia, US, China, and many more. But they also have some problem with the infant industry argument. The first one is, it is not always a good idea to try to move into the industry that will have a comparative advantage in the future. And second, protecting manufacturing doesn't no good unless the protection itself helps make industry competitive. And then the promoting manufacturing through protection, it can be from tariff barrier and non-tariff barrier. From the tariff barrier, it's like the tariff for each product. Like in bahasa we call it bea cukai. And for the non-tariff barrier, it's like the quota. Quota is like limiting the product to enter the country.
Goes by, and also the improving of the technology and also the economics, we all know that nowadays making a business or also trading between one country and other country is very common and also important. So that's why it's very important for us to making or setting a trade policy between both countries. So in here, the policy is just like a rules and regulation between these two countries when they are making a exchange or also trading. So in this chapter, we're going to explain more about the political economic of the trade policy. In here, we're going to more focus about the political economics of the trade policy. So in here, for example, like when one country wants to exchange the goods or services with other country, they have to have rules and regulation, right? That's called the trade policy. So in order to like maintain a good relationship or like decreasing the conflict between both of them, they have to have one individual who's setting the rules, so they can maintain one of them when they are having a service, exchanging the service or goods or also the trading. So maybe to make we understand or like get to know more about this topic, first we're going to explain about the case for free trade. Okay, so let's continue with our first topic, which are the case for the free trade. So here there are two types of it, which are the free trade and the efficiency, and also the economics of scale in production. So let's explain more about the first one, which are the free trade and the efficiency. So in here, like it's stated that a tariff causes a net losses to the economy. So that's indeed, and that's right, because with the decreasing or also the increasing of the tariff, it can be dependent or influence to the economic of the country. And the second one is the move from a tariff equivalent to the free trade eliminates from the efficiency loss and also increase the national welfare. So So we can say that the efficiency is also can be influenced by the trade and also the tariff. So for example, if like the one country only like focusing on the internal products, so it means like it's only like focusing in their own country, like so it's like maybe it's more decreasing the competitors and also from the outside, but it's going to decrease the efficiency between the inside and also the outside, because it's like they're only focusing on the internal. It's like decreasing some of the opportunity that come from the external. And the second one is the additional gains from the free trade. So in here, it's like the protection leads to the inefficient scale. So basically, it's more like to the first one that I have explained before. It's like when you are to protection or like to focusing on the internal product or the business in the one country, you're like making what we call that, like you're just like locked in one country, so you're not going to go to the external to other country, like expanding your business or exchange or like trading your goods or service to other country. So it's actually like even though that you protect your own internal, but like you're losing some of the opportunity that come from the outside. So actually it could lead to some of the inefficient scale. And the second one is like in here the free trade is opposed to the manage. In here it provides a wider range of the opportunity and thus a wider scope of innovation. So it's like when the free trade is opposed to the manage, is provides a wider opportunity from the internal and also the external. So I think next we're going to go to the national welfare argument against the free trade. So in here they also have two kind of it. The first one is the term of the trade argument for a tariff, and the second one is the domestic market value. So now I'm going to explain more about the term of the trade argument for a tariff. So here it stated that for a large country, a tariff lowers the price of the imports and generates a term of trade benefits. So let's take a common example, which are America. America is known as the large and also the strong country. Like they can set the rules, they can like suddenly change something and going to influence all over the country. So in here, let's say if America suddenly like lowers the tariff of the trading and exchanging the goods to other country, it can also very influence to the price of the imports. And it's also possible for them to like overweight it cost from a tariff. So let's say they lower the tariff, but it's like the benefit from coming from the outside, let's say the tariff from the outside and also the quota and other price from outside is going to higher from the tariff that they lower. So it's actually like going to overweight from its cost. Okay, so the next one is the domestic market value. So in here, so beside the term of the trade argument, there are also the terms called the domestic market value. So in here is the value is caused by the unemployment or the underemployment of the labor or the technological supplier and also the environmental externality. And here it's like it's stated that the producer and the consumer servers do not properly measure social costs or the benefit. So as I stated before, it's actually fair costs from the trade, which are the labor and civil welfare and also the externality. Okay, so now let's go to our next subtopic, which are the international negotiation and trade policy. So as we know that we want to exchange something, like for example goods or services or making business from one country to other country, it's very important for us to like having a good communication. But besides having a good communication, it's also important for us to having a negotiation, especially in the international negotiation. Because when we want to make a business or trading from this country to other countries, like the internationally, right? So like the negotiation between from the nationally and also internationally is actually quite different. So in here we're going to more discussing about the international negotiation. So maybe the first topic is like how was the removal of the tariff political possible? So it's actually because the post-war liberalization of the trade was achieved through the international negotiation. So we can see that it's very important for us to like having a negotiation, especially in the international one, because like when you are having a negotiation, you can reach to the same point, like from the both country. So the same agreement from this both country. So achieve one point. So it's like if you achieve 1 point, it does mean like you have a successful through the negotiation and communication, right? So that's why it's very important to like having a good communication skills from the international country, both country, and also the negotiation. And the next is like maybe a little bit about the advantage of negotiation. So the first one is like the main advantage is a mutual agreement help mobilize support for the free trade. So when you like having a negotiation from this country to that country, it's like you can help to mobilize and support the free trade. So maybe you can like exchanging, like negotiating the trade between here and here. You can exchange like you want the lower one or the higher one. Like that's why that it's very important. Like you having a good communication. Like you can directly talk to them about what you think or what do you want in this trade. Because as we know that the perspective and also the thinking of everyone, not only a single person but also from all over the country are different. So that's very important for having a negotiation. And the next is the negotiated agreement on the trade can help the government to avoid the getting caught in the destructive trade wars. So like as I said before, communication is important and as well as the negotiation. So in here, when you like having a negotiation, it's like you are decreasing the conflicts between one country and another country because you meet each other with face to face, you communicate directly, you negotiate directly. It's like you can deduct the trade war between. Wow, I think so. We finished all of our discussion. Is that right?
Yeah.
So what's next, Han?
So because this is the end of the discussion, we would like to
Ask for a favor, which is to
give us a thumbs up. Many.
yeah, that's right. So you can see there's a thumbs up below here, right? So don't forget to give us a like, and this is going to be very important for all of us. Okay, so I think that's all from us. Thank you for watching.